Hello, this is Tom. Welcome to the fourth Transport Fever developer video blog. Today I would like to talk about the track and street building tool, a very important cornerstone in the game due to the fact that trains are a central part of the game, and also buses and trucks are very important to serve towns or industries. So track and street building has very high priority during the development, and also a lot of wishes and suggestions from the players of the previous game Train Fever were integrated into the game. The development process is not done yet. The footage shown is from the alpha version of the game, therefore some things may still change. For example, we will still improve the usability. The main goal is to make the track and street building easy, but at the same time flexible, so that it is possible to construct comprehensive and compact compositions of tracks and streets with just a few mouse clicks. As we can see in this first example, it is very easy to lay tracks and also add parallel tracks, even multiple parallel tracks, and also make transition between these tracks also across more than 2 tracks. Parallel tracks can also be merged and split up with switches. This is also possible with tracks positioned next to each other or over a farther distance. Switches for branching of tracks can of course be laid down in nearly any desired angle, and 2 or more tracks can also be branched off at the same time. Tracks can also cross each other. There are nearly no limits how many and how often tracks can be crossed. And next to crossings, also switches can be laid very close together, so it is possible to build very compact constructions. Of course, tracks can also be removed. This works similar to laying tracks. So switches, for example, can be removed independent from the rest of the tracks. Tracks can also be upgraded after they have been built. It is possible to add catenary or change the type of the tracks. And of course it is possible to place tracks with catenaries pre-equipped. When multiple tracks with catenaries are added together, the masts automatically adjust themselves to fit the track configuration, and the same applies when tracks with catenaries cross each other. Of course, laying down curved tracks is a very simple process, and also adding parallel tracks to curved tracks is very easy. In addition, tracks can be aligned to streets, and finally, as with straight tracks, curved tracks can also be equipped with switches and crossings. If desired, tracks also follow the height profile of the map, shown here by the contour lines, or the incline or decline of the tracks can also be set manually, and according to the choice, the terrain will be adjusted to the tracks. The bridge building is very similar to building regular tracks. Bridges can be built step by step. Pillars will automatically adjust themselves to avoid obstacles, and of course parallel building as well as adding switches and crossings is possible. The same applies to tunnels. The underground mode helps to navigate below the surface and also visualizes the depth of the tracks below the ground. As mentioned in the beginning, streets are also very important in Transport Fever. Therefore, we made it possible to build very complex street configurations. And also, like tracks, streets can be upgraded or changed very easily. It is possible to change the street type and the width, or to add bus lanes and tram tracks. And of course, streets can be built over existing tracks and the other way around to make railroad crossings. The rail traffic is controlled by placing signals and waypoints. Signals and waypoints can of course not only be placed on regular tracks, but also on bridges and tunnels. To summarize, the track and street building in Transport Fever is very comprehensive. That said, we are well aware that there are a lot of wishes from the community which we didn't mention in this video. like double slip switches or a planning tool. So let me emphasize that we will spend as much time as possible to also implement all of these still open wishes. Once again, let me say thank you for all the feedback and interest. I'm very much looking forward to show you more features about the game in the next developer video. And meanwhile, have a good time and see you then.